Yeah, so we discovered oak and black back in 2023, wasn't it? So it was at a whiskey festival at Murrayfield. And so I was drawn to the oak and black stall and we started talking. Freddie mentioned how much he was into weddings and creative ideas related to weddings. So we had just gotten engaged at the time. So I turned to my fiance and said, wait, we have a wedding opportunity. And so we then talked to Freddie about some wedding ideas, and that actually led us to the wedding fair that was in Glasgow, which we then decided to go with the barrel bar.
So really liked at the Glasgow Wedding Fair discussing all the creative ideas, and then not just thinking about the wedding day itself, but then beyond with the ideas from Oak and Black. So we ended up creating a sign that we used for 3 days at our wedding, and then a guest book that all the guests then signed. And then as a first anniversary experience, we've now come together and we've assembled this into our first family heirloom, and it's storing all our memories, it's storing our special experiences, and it's a gift and experience that then keeps on giving.
Yeah, so we chose to do the workshop together as a way to celebrate our first anniversary, which is coming up in a couple weeks. But it was also a way to put all our barrel bar ingredients together. So the top is our wedding sign, and then there's a Lazy Susan that is part of the bottom shelf, which also functioned as our guest book at our wedding. So the workshop then was a chance to put it all together, share that experience, and relive some of the memories from our wedding.
I think the best bits was seeing the transformation of the old barrel through the sanding. You're just seeing the old wood be stripped away to the better wood underneath. Fantastic food that was provided throughout, and then just seeing all the hard work then coming together into a finished product, and then knowing that we did that together with the guidance of Freddie.
So my favorite parts of the workshop was doing this as a team, reliving some of our wedding memories, looking at our guest book signatures from our guests, and enjoying working with our hands as a team with together with Freddie to make this happen, and think about all the technique and the tools that came to mind and that were all part of the process. So it was a lot of fun to do that together. We'd absolutely recommend Oak and Black. We had so much fun. Meeting Freddie earlier in our wedding process was fantastic, as he helped us form some really creative and sustainable ideas. And the workshop experience is very meaningful and satisfying to see your work all come together. And so whatever your event is, or even if you're just interested to make a very special family heirloom, we would absolutely recommend doing the barrel bar workshop.
It's a fantastic experience. It gives you also confidence just with power tools, and it's valuable life skills as a newly married couple, that you can then know you've got the skills to assemble furniture going forwards. And even if you're not getting married, still recommend it, as it just gives you confidence. You're using your hands and then building something very